Hey guys, Lord, welcome back to Glenna's World of Coloring. Today is probably the last day that I will be, excuse me, I'm trying to record. But anyway, this will be the last day that I do for Halloween. This will be the last color and chat for Halloween. So, we're going to color out of Horror and Nightmare Creatures, black background. So, got this page ready to go. Okay, so I've got my colors already ready, and we're going to start with number 1, which is white. So, just gonna grab my jelly roll and get rid of the one in the eye. I have a feeling that next time I get to record, I have a feeling we're gonna be coloring out a Colortronic. And I love my Colortronic book. I'm going to have to do a page out of there sometime soon. So, maybe tonight I'll do one. I was going to do the geisha, but I may wait and do that one on camera. Let me get a drink right quick. I'm only 2 minutes in. Let's go for it. All right, so number 2 is dark yellow. Let's see, dark yellow, Y691, Y691 melon yellow, I don't know who this is. Looks like, I know it's like a vampire, but not sure like what it's from. Alright, let's go to number 3, which is the teeth. And already I gotta plug my phone up because it's dying. There we go. We are good. But number 3 is the teeth, which is beige. Which one was beige? 182. Right here. Don't start. I know what you're trying to do. Hey. What are you doing? You've got hay? Hold on 1 second. I think she's wanting some hay. I'll be right back. Alright. I am back. I think she just wanted a treat, honestly. But anyway, number 3 is beige, which is E182 putty. Whew. I'm out of breath just walking over there. I need to get in shape. Yes, there you go. She's eating her hay now. That thing, it's a wild one. Now I really want to color in my Colortronic book. I love that book. Hopefully we'll have a another finished book by the end of the year. I hope. Maybe, maybe not. All right, number 4. Where's number 4? Number 4. Don't see any number 4s. Unless I'm just blind. I don't know. I guess let's just move on to 5 until I figure it out. 5 is dark red, which is 872. 872 tomato. I bet this 5 in the mouth here was supposed to be a 4, but it's not. So we're just gonna go with it and cover that with the dark red as well. Okay. Oh, there's the 4. Okay. Got it now. So, red is R687 vermilion, and this around the mouth is red. Glad I figured that out. Okay. There we go. It's kind of odd looking, but that's what it is. So let's see. Number 5. I already did that. 6. 6 is dark gray. Dark gray. Zoom you out just a little. Alright, dark gray. That is CG051. Oh, CG051 neutral gray 051. All right. How is everyone doing? Hopefully good. Hopefully everyone is fine. It's like 40 degrees here at my house. It's pretty cold today, but not too bad. Okay. It could be worse, I guess. As long as I keep my rabbit nice and toasty, she should be fine. She just turned 1 year old last week on Friday. So, yeah, on the 27th of October, she turned 1 year old, which is sad because she's getting old. I've had her since she was 3 months, and it feels like it's just flown by. Oh my God, dropped my calendar. Okay. Oh, today was the 30th. Okay. I accidentally marked out the 30th, but today was the 30th, so you lay down, be good. Yeah, lay down. Oh, She flopped down next to the cage. It's so cute. Oh, she's tapping her little foot. Alright, so number 7 is gray. Just regular old gray. CG022. CG022, neutral gray 022. How did I get purple on my hand? I hadn't even used purple. That does not make a lick of sense. Who knows? Who knows how I do anything? I got my Cash App card in today. About time. I ordered it like the week before last. So, it's finally here. Lisa over at Lisa's Coloring Corner is gonna be selling some of her supplies. If you don't know why, go and watch her last video. And she explains everything. It's pretty sad, but you know, it is what it is. And I hope and pray that she will make it through this rough time. So just go and show her some love and support. So, alright, enough of sad stuff. But anyway, she's going to be selling some of her art supplies and her books. So I will probably end up buying something off of her. So, just to help her out. And then, you know, get new books for the channel as well. Gray. We already did gray. So number 7. Number 8. Number 8 is black. And black, just 120, black. It seems like every marker set, the black is just 120. There's no like letters or anything. So, Lord, I am going to buy a crochet set soon, just to see if I like it, and if I do, then good. But if I don't, then I'm not gonna buy anymore. It's like a beginner's set. So I just want to try it. It looks like a lot of fun. Let me know if you crochet, and let me know if it's like super hard, super easy. Yeah. Is that all of the black? Think so. Yeah. Okay. So, number 9 is blue. So, this one. Well, I don't think you can see it that well. B883, I don't think you can see that very well. B883 cerulean blue. Alright, let's see. Oh, my finger got right in the way. Alright, that should be, yeah, that should be good. Alright. I'm going to get me a sketchbook tomorrow so I can start mapping out what I want my pet store to look like. I watched someone on YouTube, hold on, number 10, medium gray, which I think, yeah, 041. CG 041, neutral gray 041. But I watched somebody on YouTube, and they are building an aquarium place. I was like, that's really neat. So I've been watching him and his crew build this place, and it's a lot of work. A lot of work. But he said in one of his videos that he had thought about what he wanted the place to look like so many years beforehand. That's what I want to do. I want to know how I want the store to be set up for the future. So I'm going to give myself like some scenarios of like different businesses that they could have been before. So the first I was going to do was like a restaurant, because it would have all the tables and chairs and, well, probably not, because I assume if you're going to sell a place that you'd want to sell, you'd probably want to sell everything together. So, you know, like tables and chairs are there, and you got to get some people to come and remove that stuff from your facility or your building. Because if you're doing a store, you don't need tables and chairs. I mean, I don't guess you would need them. Now, maybe for like a break room. But besides that, I don't think you'd want tables and chairs in a pet store. So you could either sell those chairs and tables, or you can find a crew that will take them off your hands and get rid of them. So, or maybe, you know, it was a pet store before you bought it. So it would already be, you know, set up. You just need shelving and animals and a cash register. You know, you wouldn't really need anything else. So you'd pretty much be set up. And you can buy like shelving online. I've looked into it before. It's not too pricey, but it is quite a bit of money. So I am kind of thinking about just buying leasing an old building, or even taking a loan out to get the building that I would want. So, and loans, you don't really want to do a loan unless you absolutely have to. Which for this case, I would have to, because I don't think that I could make that much money just at a regular old job. It's so much money to have to deal with. The building cost itself, probably a few $100,000. Which, I mean, if I went to work at a place that my dad went to work, you know, I'd make that much money in probably 10 years. So it would be a really big sacrifice, because that job is not fun at all. It's running a bunch of machines. So not fun at all. It wouldn't be a very fun time. So yeah, we probably would be miserable. But there's another position at that same place that's like $18 an hour. So it would get me to where I wanted to be, but it would take a little bit more time. Okay, so next is light gray. BG 038, cool gray 038. I guess these are the only cool gray areas. Well, the only light gray areas. Let's see. But yeah, I just want to map out where everything would go. It would be a lot of space taken up if I were to try to use the big dog pens to put like the groups of rabbits in. It would take a lot of room. So, no, but with babies, you know, it wouldn't be very hard. I'd just need 2 separate pins, one for females, one for males, and it wouldn't be that bad, I don't think. Alright, let's see. Ooh, excuse me. So now we got orange. YR 495 salmon. Let me see. I think that may be the only orange there. I do want the guinea pigs still to be in the longer cages. And I'll probably keep them in pairs and not a bunch because we had problems when I worked at the pet store that I worked at. We had problems of people accidentally putting males in with females, and that was not good. Okay, so green, 483. G483, grass green. But yeah, it's just not a good idea to house males and females together. Or I don't think it's a good idea to even keep 6 guinea pigs in one cage. Because it was just a dang disaster. It really was. You'd have pigs fighting. And then, like I said, the wrong ones would be put in cages together. And then you got babies on the way. And what are you supposed to do? You know, you gotta take care of them. And that takes up some of your resources to clean and feed and water all the other animals. So, it's not ideal, is what I'm trying to say. It's really not. That goes with any animal. I don't want like 18 spiders in one big terrarium, because spiders, especially like tarantulas, can be cannibalistic and eat each other. And then you lose money because your spiders are eating each other. So then you lose out on the profit that you'd make from those spiders that are now eaten. So, you know, it's not good. Okay, so 14 is dark blue. So, we've got, oh, you can barely see it. B659 cobalt blue. Okay. So yeah, don't house tarantulas together, please. And you know, you can look it up, you can watch videos on it, but you should not put them in the same enclosure, because they will eat each other. I mean, possibly not, but I wouldn't want to risk it. And then I would tell my boss about it, and she'd be like, oh, it's probably in a molt. And, you know, I'd look up, like, what a molt looked like. And then I was like, I don't think so. No, all I found ever was pieces of them not like a molted tarantula or a tarantula that's in molt. No, they were pieces. So, that's not a molt. That is them eating each other. And then, somebody asked her if tarantulas can be housed together, and she told them that they could. And then somebody asked me, and I'm like, I'm not sure, let me look it up for you. I look it up, and it says don't put tarantulas together because they will eat each other. And I'm like, she's giving people false information so that they'll just buy them without thinking or doing any research. I mean, always do your research when you're wanting to get an animal. You know, it's not good to just go to a store and buy something and then get it home, don't know what you're doing, it dies, and then 2 days later you're back saying, oh, it died, I want my money back. And then, you know, I ask, well, how did you take care of it? They say, well, I put it in this and did this. That's wrong. If you're doing it wrong, you know, you ain't getting no refund. If you're doing the wrong kind of care, you're not getting a refund. Because it's your responsibility to do research. And if I ask, oh, did you do any research before you bought this animal? No. We have friends that have them, and they told us this, and this. I'd be like, well, you should do your own research. Don't rely on other people, because they may not be doing it the correct way. Then I'd have to be like, well, I'm not going to do a refund because you did not do proper research on the animals before they bought them. So, I mean, that's their fault. That's not my fault. That's their fault. So, I can just imagine the bad reviews already. A lot of pet stores get bad reviews just because they care about the animals and want them to go to good homes. And then these people that don't know what they're doing come in and buy an animal and it dies, and then they write a bad review because of their own dumbness. You know, it's just not good. So, I'm gonna have like a little adoption thing where, like, if somebody surrenders an animal, I'll get it back to health if it's like not healthy, and then I'll rehome it. But if it is healthy, you know, and somebody just didn't want it, I'll just sell it, probably. Gotta make sure I got like a little a little waiver for people to sign if they do surrender an animal, because some people would be like, oh, I don't have room for this animal anymore. I'm just going to drop it off and go on. And then they come back and they're like, oh, I've got room now. I want my pet back. You know, that's not going to happen. I'm going to have a little waiver that says if you're going to drop it off, you will not be able to come back and take the animal. Because there's people that would do that. If they want to re-adopt it, then they can pay the money. But if they're just gonna come and drop it off like they don't care and then come back and expect to get it back, no way. 15 is light brown. I'll probably do this hair and then call it there and do the background off camera. So 15 is light brown. Let's see. 189. 189 or E189 thin persimmon. But yeah, I just don't want somebody like that. That's 16, you idiot. Whatever, 16 is just brown, so it'll cover it. But yeah, if somebody like that comes in, and then definitely sign a waiver. Let me get the brown. Let's see, brown is 262, so I'll just cover that right quick. And then it's like it never happened. But yeah, I'll just do 15s. And then we will call it there. And that's going to be the same thing with puppies or kittens. Because some people, they would drop puppies off. They'd be like, oh, we don't want these anymore. And then they come back and they're like, oh, give us our dogs back. We found somebody better to give them to. You know, and then they sign the waiver. They can't come back and try to take them after they were already given. But same thing, if they want to re-adopt them, like the puppies or kittens, you know, puppies would have a really big fee just because, you know, people want to buy dogs. Not like my previous job used to do, not no $1,000, but the highest I would even go would probably be $500 for like a really popular dog. So I'm not gonna just make the adoption fee like really cheap. If it's like a Chihuahua, maybe it'll be like $75. You know, really cute little things. If it's like a Pomeranian, really expensive dogs, $500, you know. I would not and will not sell dogs for that much. That is ridiculous. Extremely ridiculous, I think. And they base it on like what people would pay for them, like the pricing that they would go for. I'm pretty sure. Just do a Google search and, you know, it comes up $800. You know, they'll sell it about $800. Now, I'm not going to push any dog away. If I could make money from it and get it a good home, then why would you not take it? Somebody had some like coon dogs that they were trying to give us at the pet store. I went and asked my boss and she said, no, we don't want those. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, we don't want ugly dogs. Now, mind you, coon dogs are not ugly. They are so cute. But, you know, she wanted the pretty dogs because they sell better. Just because they sell better doesn't mean you still couldn't get money out of something like that. You know, it's crazy. We had somebody come down to the store once, and he was like, oh, I got these puppies, you know, would y'all be able to take them? And I was like, well, my boss isn't here right now. They're the ones that will tell you. So, no, actually, we didn't have room at the time. One of them was there. We just didn't have room. So, I'm like, well, she said to come back down next week sometime to see if we have room for them. He said, all right. He came down the next week. We were closed that day. He knocked on the door. I told him, oh, we're closed today. And he's like, well, you said to bring puppies down this today. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that day. I might have, but I don't think I did. But I was like, all right, let me ask my boss right quick. I went and asked her, and she's like, well, we don't have the space. I tell him, I'm like, oh, sir, we don't have we don't have room right now for the puppies. You're going to have to come back another time. You know, I wasn't rude or anything. I just said we didn't have the space at that time. And he's like, well, you've tortured these puppies, me having to drive them back and forth. I didn't torture anything. He was the one that decided to bring them the first time. And then instead of calling first to make sure, he was like, oh, they said to come down, so let me go. You know, I would have called first to make sure that you still wanted me to come down with the pups. But he didn't. And he's like, I'm not going to come back I'm going to go somewhere else, and I'm going to tell everyone I know not to come here because y'all can't do anything. I was like, okay. And I shut the door, locked it, and walked off. I tell you, people don't care. They're rude. I would have told them, good, don't come back. We don't need you. We've got plenty of customers that love this place. But you know, not my place to do it. I definitely would have. You know, like, I loved that place. But the more I think about my own kind of store, the more I don't really care too much, because after I quit, or well, I didn't quit, I was let go. But after I was let go from the job, I would text the female owner and just talk, you know, and she would never answer. Okay, maybe she's busy. I decided to get rid of my rabbit. I tell her, she answers, she sees a picture, she's like, I want it. I changed my mind, which I have the right to do. And I tell her nicely, you know, I just can't give her up, you know. I care about her too much. And she's like, okay, that's fine. You know, another bad time hits. I decide to try it again, get rid of it. And I probably would have if she would have answered. But she didn't answer. And then after that, she never answered. You know, I get it, though, that, you know, she was mad, probably, that I didn't give her my rabbit. But you know what? I don't have to. She's mine. I paid for her. But yeah. And it's really annoying, you know? Like, at first we were good, you know? Talked, and it was fine. And then they just stopped talking to me, and I was like, well, you know what? Good luck. But anyway, alright. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Or hit the notification bell to get notified when I upload new videos. And, excuse me, that'll be a blast if you do that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.